but they're close because their body's back off of it. And what they need to do is back those heels away and stay out over it.
Right.
And that's where I put the club across my chest. I bump the hip, and then here we go. With ease, I can get my chest completely down that line.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's funny? I knew that was going to be a really good swing. If I'm standing up dead straight, I know that my hip joint's right over my ankle. And that's big because I always like somewhere to start. And when I set up in general, a lot of people set up crisscross, feet going one way, shoulders going one way, hips going another way.
Right.
Well, the easiest way not to do that is just put this at your hips and stand up dead straight. And you know, when you're standing there, you're going to be pretty straight, especially when you start with the toes together and then just widen out a little bit, keeping everything square. And that's when I would do my little inch hip bump that we talk about, keeping everything square. Shifts pressure to the inside of this foot and a little more to the flat of this foot. Kicks the spine angle slightly back, which is huge for you because what we're going to talk about is the ability to turn.
Yeah.
The way you do it athletically is you stand up straight, you flex, you tilt over your belt line, keeping your hips right in line there, and then you simply flex down. It's like you're taking your body and moving it like an accordion. Down without sitting back, okay? So come on in here. Hips over the ankle. It's the most important thing I want you to do. Perfect right there. Arms are going to hang underneath you. So what does that feel like according to where you started out the day?
It feels like I'm farther from the ball, but more over the ball.
More over it, absolutely. Toes were close and your body was sitting back. And that's a look that a lot of people get where it's this look here. You know, they're back here. But they're close because their body's back off of it. And what they need to do is back those heels away and stay out over it.
Right.
And that's where then I always give the checkpoint of the shoulders past the toes, the hips align with the ankles, okay? So a lot of people have that checkpoint of the armpit being aligned with the balls of the feet. I like to see the armpit aligned just behind the toes, and that would put the shoulders past the toes. Hips always align with the ankles. You know what's funny? I knew that was going to be a really good swing. We need to turn better.
Yeah.
So here's a great visual. If anybody is wondering, well, what's the perfect turn to the top? It's the ability to have this alignment right on the instep of the foot. I put the club across my chest. I bump the hip, and then here we go. With ease, I can get my chest completely down that line.
Yeah.
Now, what we're doing currently, sticking it right there, and then the arms get pinned a little bit behind. And that's where you have to throw the club at the golf ball through impact, which is why we see these little whippy draws from you. What I want to see is okay, wow, from here, I have a guy who's now turning everything back here together. Put that club across your chest, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I like this for you. And then try to bump that hip. Yeah, there we go, just a slight bump. There we go. And then, yeah, right over the ball. And rotate. Right pocket back, right shoulder back. Do it again. Do it without this head moving and just turn your shoulders right around. There you go. That's better right there. Bump the hip forward. A little bit. There you go. Perfect. Boom. It's like if I put the club here. The correct way is here. Left shoulder back, right pocket through. That's why I love these two drills. This one, bump to the back foot. Okay. And then from there, left pocket back, right shoulder through. And look at that, my chest goes from instep to instep without my head ever having to move. Think about that, watch this. Boom, boom. The ability to turn behind it without swaying, the ability to rotate back through it without sliding. You wanna make sure your hands and club move at the same pace that you're turning, okay? The club head, the hands, and the body should all move together. Now, when I set up and I get over the golf ball and I have that little bumped hip, for you, a good thought is just making sure your left arm stays out on the left side of your body. It doesn't pass your center, which is right here. It stays on the left side as you turn. You're going to reduce the amount your arms swing behind your body, okay?
Does my swing shorten if I stop doing the pull and the yank and the lift? Is it a shorter, more compact swing because it's now out in front of me still instead of the arms go and the hips stop? And
yes. So, you know, here's the thing. Visually, and we'll show the viewer, your swing looks short.
Yeah.
not because the arm swing was short, but because your body turn was short.
Yeah.
And then the arms just kind of went a little behind it still, but it was short enough with the body turn that the arms couldn't go too far. So for you, yeah, it's going to be a bigger turn with a shorter arm swing. Okay, so if we look at your swing, see, they don't it visually looks decently short. It doesn't look terribly long, right? But the one thing that I see here is where your chest is pointed at the top of your swing and where the arms and hands are. Thought I gave you about the left arm staying on the left side allows you to not have the arms collapse across your chest, right? But the big thing for you is we need to figure out today how we can just from halfway back right here feel the body's turn, move the arms and hands up, and have your body complete the swing to the top, not your arms and hands collapse alongside you, right? All right, so there's what happens below the belt, which is the set position, right? That's the pushing away with that left shoulder to get that heel pad pressed into the handle a little bit, right? So you're feeling a little bit of that left shoulder pushes away, boom, there's the connection. For you, all you're trying to do is you're not trying to move anything here. You're trying to be more there to the top. So I've always rehearsed that in the mirror to the best of my ability. When I was younger, I would get right here. I'd get right to that set position. And I'd say, okay, arms, hands, and body are done. All I'm doing, just turning. I'd get right here, set, turn. And all I'm feeling is that I'm moving my arms up only with the turn, with the zero happening. I'm not, doing anything. I'm just keeping the elbow in the same spot, keeping my left arm in the same spot relative to the center of my body.
Right.
So I think the drill for you right now would just be setting up, setting the club, just turning and hitting.
Okay.
Set, turn, and hit.
And you just hit it on a string.
Yeah, that's not bad for the first one of the day, huh? Set, all body. Ooh. Our main goal is for you to have less reason to catch the club up to your body, which is as a result of having it behind your body.
Yeah.
You get it more in front of your body, well, guess what? It's going to stay more in front of you throughout. Set up into it. I'll talk you through it. Get the hip right over the ankle. Big tilt over the golf ball. Boom. Done. Perfect setup right there. There we go. Turn to the top. Chest down as you rotate. Much better. Much better. What? I'd be doing this all day if I were at the office. Right here.
Right.
And then really grabbing onto it mentally and saying, okay, I'm feeling like I'm taking a swing. And then getting the club in my hand at the office, and even I'm on the call, and just feeling it, and just feeling the club face, and feeling like, oh yeah, I can turn back and square up that baby through there.
Yeah.
As a result of where I am at the top. All right, so